We're now less than a month away from the kickoff of Cruising the Coast.
Yeah, rev up the engines. Pre-registration numbers about 200 ahead of last year, with somewhere in the neighborhood of 8,453 cruisers.
A lot of people just keep on coming every year. Joining us to talk about this year's Cruising the Coast, Executive Director Woody Bailey. And we got the numbers that we reported earlier in the week, and it's, from so many states, even coming from out of the country. Several places have signed up for this year.
Yeah, we've got Canada, England, and Australia this year. So we had New Zealand last year.
How do they get their cars here?
Well, most of them have them here. The guy from New Zealand last year flew into Waco, Texas, and drove in with his car. So we'll see what happens with the Australians. We've had Australia here before, so happy to have some of the crew back from there. So.
Yeah.
I guess when you have the number of cars registered each year, it kind of gives you a barometer about how big the crowds are going to be, but you still get a lot the week of the event coming in, and that kind of pushes you over those record numbers, and that's really kind of a telltale sign of how the event has grown and how it continues to grow.
Right. Another sign in those numbers are the newcomers, people who've never been here before, and that's a little over 1,000 this year. I think it's 1,089 thus far, so we'll see, but that's one of the best numbers I like seeing. Is we're a 29-year-old event, fixing to have our 30th anniversary next year, so having over 10 to around 10 to 20% are newcomers to the event, so that's pretty exciting that we got people coming for the to see us.
Yeah, and your word is out there. People are hearing, car lovers are hearing about this all over the place. What do you think is spreading the message, and how do you think that people are learning more about the event each year?
Well, of course, we do a lot of advertising ourselves. Word of mouth is by far the best, and with the folks, we look at it from a car participant standpoint and also a spectator standpoint when we're doing our advertising. Most of our advertising now is talking to spectators, saying, hey, come here and enjoy the Mississippi Gulf Coast and see Cruising the Coast and enjoy us during this great time of year. But we've got a good handle, and we're the #1 car show in the country, so a lot of people know about us now. So it's not too hard to get people to show up for the event, so we're happy about that.
Kind of going back to the roots too, with the Cruise Central moving back to Jones Park where it was when the event started, so that's a little bit of a change. And then also doing the autocross, that's going to be out at Scarlet Pearl instead of the Coliseum, because they have the work going on with the road over there. But those aren't huge major changes. Those are things, I guess, word of mouth, even though logistics can get crazy with our traffic. That's kind of a homecoming, I guess, of sorts, right?
That's the way I look at it. I'm excited about coming back to Jones Park. We started there in 1996 with 374 cars. Of course, Jones Park has grown a good bit, so there's a lot of room there. We have 2 traffic lights. We have the CTA parking garage. We have a lot of spectator parking on the west side, so I think it's really well set up to be a really good event and a good location for us.
Are you going to be able to use the grassy area to pull cars onto? Because that area is going to be full.
Oh yeah, classic cars will be in the grass, so they'll be coming in on the 25th side and going out on the 20th Avenue side. So it's it's going to work well. We think it's going to be good.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. You feel like that might flow some things better? Because trying to get in there at Centennial Plaza was always kind of tough. You made it work, but you'd have cars, gosh, all the way up to Courthouse. Yeah. So having that, I guess, a little more space, maybe logistically might help?
Yeah, great. Logistically, there's some lanes of Highway 90 that are westbound out in front of Island View that start west of Island View, so we're going to use those as kind of staging areas, and we didn't have that at Centennial Plaza. It's going to be much safer. So one of the things too that's going to be happening there at Jones Park to kind of welcome back on Thursday, we're going to have the last act of the day is the Bag of Donuts, a very popular band. They're going to be playing. They're going to play extended hours, so kind of a welcoming home deal for everybody.
Hey, what day is that?
That's going to be on Thursday.
Okay.
Thursday of the event, right?
Yeah, Bag of Donuts always draws people in.
Yeah, it sure is.
They're 24/7, those guys.
I know you continue to get research as far as the economic impacts every year. What's the latest study say as far as how much money comes in here to South Mississippi?
Well, the latest study actually will be next year. We do one every 5 years. Our last study was done in 2021. 36.1 million when you look at the entire state, 33.1 million for the 3 coast counties. We've grown a lot since 21, so we'll see. I'm anxious to see how that's going to work out for us next year.
You would have to anticipate a big jump from those numbers.
We think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we think so. Something new, I got a couple of things new this year. Long Beach, they have the parade on Monday night. Now they're going to have a kind of a cruise in on Monday during the day from 9 to 4. So we're excited about that to give people some things to do. Registration is the big thing happening on Monday and Tuesday. So Long Beach is going to have this new event, so we're happy about that happening. And also on Thursday, Pascagoula is going to be having an event in downtown called Buffett and Bumpers. So with Jimmy Buffett's theme, they've got a Jimmy Buffett band there, and because the beach park area is where the venue is and where everything takes place, but on this Thursday night they're going to be doing it downtown, so that's going to be an exciting time too.
Woody, it's always a big event, especially with traffic down on the beach, but you know, we kind of covered this with Jones Park. Traffic's always an issue, but with some of these things a little spread out might kind of help mitigate that a little bit, you think?
Well, sure. There, you know, for a long time we used to think that we could only handle about 6,000 cars, and that was when we were from Ocean Springs to Bay St. Louis. Now we're from Waveland to Pascagoula, so all the real estate that we have, we try to utilize all that. And with that, we also need volunteers. If you go to our website, cruisinthecoast.com, you can sign up to help us. You can work wherever, you know, we're having an event going on, and we would appreciate that. It's a big task. We have about 1,200 to 1,400 volunteers, and we're always needing help. Everything's a little bigger. Like I say, Jones Park is bigger. We need more people there as well. So, but we're getting it all set up, and it's going to be a great event.
All right, Bill said he would
great.
volunteer. More information on
Hey,
the
listen,
website.
if I'm out there in the middle of it, I'm down.
Cruising the Coast coming up soon. Thanks for joining us, and we hope you all have a great week ahead.
Take care, everybody.